We're just getting started. Welcome to Periscope. My name's Brian Fleming from buildingsocialproof.com. Hey, Britt Peck, welcome to the Periscope. As you guys are joining in, just shout out where you're from. We're going to be talking about digital marketing and different ways. Hey, Gnarly Charlie, awesome, man. I've been on your scopes. Now you're finally on one of mine. This is cool. Gnarly Charlie calling out. I already know, man. You're in California. You guys got great weather there. And I think you got a pretty good football team because you smoked the Lions, man. That was our opening day, and it was embarrassing. First time scope from Connecticut. All right, man, this is cool. So, as always, guys, my name's Brian Fleming from buildingsocialproof.com, and I am calling out of a little town called Romeo, Michigan. I'm about 30 miles north of Detroit City. Take my word on the football that the Lions suck. They're going to be on Sunday Night Football. And I'll probably just be crying because it'll be a highlight reel for Peyton Manning as the Lions get lit up. What am I going to do? I'm a hopeless Detroit Lions fan. Hey, guys, as you're joining in, we got more Graham here. Hey, Ross Quell just joined. You guys just shout out where you're from. We're going to start in a minute. I'm going to give you some tips to make your digital marketing life easier and work that much better. Simple Patriots Nation. Oh, my God. I don't know if we play you guys on Thanksgiving, but yeah, that'll be bad. That'll be bad. The Lions will do nothing this year. I think they'll get 3 or 4 wins. And enough of the Lions, man. You guys, let's start getting into it here. I got some notes. I'm going to get going, and let's get to it. So, little things you can do. I got a couple tips of things you can do to your digital marketing efforts, to your social media marketing that'll make it that much more effective. Now, when I talk with people and they're usually just getting started, hey, thanks for sharing that out on Twitter, hugely appreciated. Now, when you're first getting started with social media and maybe you're doing blogging, you're out there online trying to promote your business, where people usually get stuck is they're like, hey, Brian, you know, I'm doing it. I'm writing to my blog. I'm posting to Twitter. I'm posting to Facebook. I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm just not getting any traction. Why? Why is it not working for me? And you know what I find out is that's all they're doing. All they're doing is writing to their blog and just posting out, just spewing information out into the world. And you got to be doing that, right? You got to be publishing, but there's a bigger no list. Yeah, well, sometimes they're actually making an email list, but they're having problems getting an audience onto that email list because they just can't get any traction. And one thing that helps out a lot of times, and what I find out, is they're just publishing. They're missing the other half of the big equation, and that's getting out there and being social and engaging with people. What happens is when you go out and start engaging with people, you know what? They start giving a rip about you. They start showing up. They start doing things like commenting on your blog and your Facebook. They start replying to you on Twitter. So the first tip, and it really only takes 5 minutes just to like reply to people on Twitter, to put a little bit of thought into something and just start engaging with people. Now, I was told this once and it really stuck with me. I want to give you guys this tip. When you think of social media online, which is pretty much everything, think of blogging, that sort of thing, think of it like a giant cocktail party, and you want to behave appropriately, you know? You wouldn't walk up in a cocktail party to 2 people talking and be like, hey guys, I'm a realtor. Do you want to buy a house? Like, that's totally what you wouldn't do, right? No, what you would do is you'd walk up, you'd take part in a conversation, right? You'd get to know the people. It's a conversation, not a monologue. Exactly, Gnarly Charlie. It's a conversation. You want to be part of that conversation, and just think, guys, in terms of a cocktail party. If you think that way, you'll behave appropriately. You don't go into things like Facebook groups. You don't go on people's blogs and spam your links. That's what you want them to do, right? You want them to go to your site? Well, you crazy guy. The irony of it is if you comment on a blog or you comment on a Facebook group and you're just helpful, and you see this a lot in forums, you're just helpful. You're just helping people out. You know what they're going to do? They are going to look you up. They're going to find your profile. They're going to find the links and end up finding you. So you're on YouTube, you're posting videos. You know what? Go on other people's videos and add good comments to them. You don't want to spam them, but add good comments and it'll start drawing people back to your site. So that's my first tip is, as you're out there doing your social media, doing your blogging, doing all that stuff to promote your business, Also, make sure you engage with people. And the engaging, it should be like way more effort in engaging than publishing. So think of it like for every hour you're publishing, you should be spending a lot more time than that just engaging with people on social media. Make sure you engage with people. Thank you, Britt Peck. I really appreciate you summing these up. Engage, don't vomit. Yes, awesome one. Gnarly Charlie, love these. Great tips, guys. Okay, and my second one has to do when you finally get your business to a point where you're starting to put a sales funnel together. You know, you're not just doing blog posts and just throwing stuff out there and trying to build traffic. You actually have a plan now. You want to start selling something. You want to start building an email list. You want to do that sort of thing. Well, a great tip that you can use, and it really only takes 5 minutes, super easy to set up, is on your conversion points. So someone comes to your website. I'll use building an email list as an example because I'm such a fan of that and I do it all the time. Someone comes to your landing page. You don't want to run one landing page. You always want to have two. You want to always be testing your landing pages to improve your conversion because you can always make them better. And you know what? How long does it take to set up a test? Like 2 or 3 minutes. It takes no time at all. And you set those tests up and let them run. Now, how do you do a split test and what is a split test? A split test is basically you got your original page and then you try to improve it. You do something to it. And what should you change first? Look at changing your headline. Yeah, change your headline on your landing page and test them. A tip about testing pages that everybody wants to do is they want to go change everything on the page. I fall into this trap too. I look at a page, it's not doing so hot, and I'm like, maybe I can change the headline, I'll change the button color, I'll change the call to action, I'll change all this stuff. And what ends up happening is you don't know what worked. If you do one thing at a time and start with the headline, because that moves the needle more than anything is your headline, try to write a better headline and just run a split test. So a split test is they show your original to one visitor, another visitor comes, he gets the other one. Third visitor comes, gets the first one, fourth visitor gets the fourth one. It just kind of goes back and one little word can make a world of difference. Yeah, I've even seen where just changing the case, just changing it from lower to uppercase can make a difference. But really, really think about working on your headline. Once you've tested the headline 3 or 4 times and you just can't get it any better, move to another element. Now, as you guys are running these split tests, the temptation is to just let them run for a few days and then stop them. I've got a site, guys, it gets over 2,000 visitors a day. I'm just to make a point here, okay? And when I'd run split tests on them, I'd run them for like a day or two, right? So I'd start a split test and I'd change a headline and I'd put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10,000 views behind it. And no, monitor. You'll see where I'm going with this. So I'd run it for 2 or 3 days. I'd have like 5 or 10,000 impressions on this thing. And my new page is like killing it. It's like a 20% improvement on the conversions. And so I'm like, sweet. Oh, I don't want to waste any more time. Boom. I kill the experiment and I run with that winner. And then now I'm going to improve it again and I start another experiment. The problem with that is it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And the reason is you have to give your traffic long enough time for that new page to kind of wear into your regular traffic. So if you do those short split tests, what's going to happen is you're going to see these huge gains. You're going to get like a 25% gain, a 30% gain, another 25% gain, and you're going to be implementing these landing pages, and you know what? You're going to see no gain at all. The gain like doesn't hold up. Maybe you were converting at 12%, you run all these split tests, you're still at 12%. You're like, well, what the hell happened? What happened is you didn't let the split test run long enough to find out the real results. So that's a huge mistake I've made. I recommend you guys use Google Analytics. It shows you analytics about your site, but it does have an experiment section. And just set up an experiment. It's not hard to do, but what Google Analytics will do for you, it'll do a couple things. First of all, it won't show your pages one-to-one. It won't like show 5,000 impressions of one and 5,000 of the other. They don't do it that way because those guys at Google are really, really smart with math. They figured out there's a better way to do it. I forgot the exact term. It has to do with slot machine math actually. But what they do is in the beginning they start showing your pages evenly, And then as one page starts winning, they start showing it more often. So what will happen is, as your winner page starts winning, it'll be shown to more and more percentage of your audience. It actually helps you save money because you stop showing the losing page. So Google will do that for you. If you do use them for split testing, make sure that you don't freak out when you see it doing that. That's how it's supposed to work. And Google also, and I didn't get this for a long time, guys, Google will also run your experiments for a minimum of 2 weeks. Don't stop them early. It'll be really tempting, especially when you make a killer landing page and it's just running away with it. Don't stop the experiment early, because what can happen, you know, on days 5, 6, and 7, and 8 is, wow, a different group of traffic shows up and maybe that page isn't so good. So Google is a smart dealer with a strong hand. Yeah, those guys are math geniuses. And you know, when I was first using the Google Analytics tool, I wanted to shut that thing off. I just wanted to do one for one so I could do it my way, but it wouldn't do it. Just trust the tool. So kind of a quick scope today, guys. That's really it. Just two tips for you that will really improve your digital marketing efforts, and they can both be done pretty quickly. The first one, just when you're on social media, just remember, guys, engage. And when you have a sales funnel set up, split test. Those 2 things will do it for you. Again, man, my name's Brian Fleming from buildingsocialproof.com. If you're just getting started with social media and you're maybe confused or overwhelmed, because I know that's where a lot of people start out, just head on over to buildingsocialproof.com. You'll see a little opt-in page. Put your email in, and I'll run you through a couple emails you get like every day, every other day, and it'll help you set up a good social media marketing strategy that you can implement easily. So guys, have a great weekend. I'll be doing another one of these SEO land. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks, Gnarly Charlie. buildingsocialproof.com. That's the site. And I'll see you again Monday. Maybe I'll be happy because the Lions won. Maybe I'll be sad because they got smoked. Watch them Sunday night. Should be fun. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.